Coming up on News Live at 6, it's LGBTQ History Month, how the campus community is celebrated.
Plus, a legendary sportscaster was on campus this weekend, his message to students.
And there's a new program at Tennessee Ice Pavilion, how it's breaking barriers on campus. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
LGBTQ History Month is already underway. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Nicole Aponte.
And I'm Peyton Spellacy. The university is kicking off celebrations tonight on campus. That's where we find our Anjana Desam. Anjana, what's the energy like down there?
Thanks, guys. Right now I'm in the Shine Student Center where the LGBTQ kickoff event for the History Month just happened. This event was hosted by the LGBTQ Resource Center, and this event was just filled with so many students just connecting and also looking for a way to strengthen this community. Some of the events that are taking place this month is on October 6th, the LGBTQ Across the World event, and that takes place just to talk about the international perspective on the community's history. And next, on October 11th, a Chalk the Quad and Tie-Dye event. On October 19th, there's a Hispanic Heritage Month and LGBTQ Month collaboration with a keynote speaker. And a Halloween Ball takes place October 21st, which includes a costume contest as well.
October is also a particularly special month for our LGBTQ Resource Center, as it marks the anniversary of the center's opening at Syracuse University. This year is our 22nd anniversary. Long before the LGBTQ Resource Center opened its doors on campus, in October 2001, queer students were meeting and organizing and trying to build a community for themselves.
So as you can see, this gives the campus a way to just explore this event, as well as just enjoy all the celebrations they have this month. More information can be found on the university website. Reporting for CitrusTV News, this is Anjana Desam. Guys, back to you.
Anjana, thanks so much. Great events for students. But there are events happening all across campus tonight. Indigenous Community Climb Night is set to start in just less than 2 hours. This event is geared towards celebrating and supporting the Indigenous community on campus. All climbers are welcome regardless of identity. It will be held tonight from 8:30 until 10 at the climbing wall inside of Barnes.
And Syracuse University School of Education has been awarded almost $4 million grant from the U.S. Department of Education. The grant aims to recruit special education leaders to address the shortage of special education faculty. These students will gain experience in inclusive, culturally sustaining, effective educational practices with the goal of improving outcomes for diverse students with disabilities.
On Friday, Hall of Fame sports broadcaster Bob Costas was on campus to speak to students. Our Citrus TV reporter Max Williams was there and has a message he had for students.
A special guest is in town.
You don't have to agree completely with an opposing point of view to have your own point of view challenged and clarified.
Bob Costas, an SU alum and Hall of Famer sportscaster, visits the university.
What should enduringly matter is quality and credibility.
Use the sports to entertainment. Costas does it all.
But part of storytelling is to tell human stories and to make people care.
One of the most memorable moments in his career, Michael Jordan's last game.
He holds it like he's posing for a statue, and the ball goes cleanly through the net. It's a perfect basket.
Winning 29 Emmy Awards, he has a message for play-by-play enthusiasts.
Don't criticize anybody who skillfully does a sports report or calls play-by-play. That is a hell of a skill. Much more difficult to do than people realize, because when you do it well, it seems effortless. It seems easy. It seems as if it just has a flow to it. But it's a craft, and a craft that should be respected.
Bob Costas, now working for TBS, is, as many say, a true legend. In Syracuse, Max Williams, Citrus TV News.
Max, thank you. A new development in sciences is expected to come to campus. The College of Arts and Sciences has opened the Center for Gravitational Wave Astronomy and Astrophysics. The center will create a hub for students and faculty to participate in gravitational wave astronomy. Students and faculty will have the opportunity to develop in new technologies and quantum optics and gravity.
Tomorrow marks the 75th anniversary of the desegregation of the U.S. Armed Forces. The Office of Veteran and Military Affairs invites students to attend the anniversary tomorrow morning. It will include a program in the NVRC just across from Newhouse featuring remarks by Admiral Pringle of the U.S. Navy. It starts at 11 a.m.
And a new program started at the Tennessee Ice Pavilion last week that hopes to bring ice skating to everyone, no matter their physical ability. Our reporter Tyler O'Donnell was there for the first event and spoke to the coordinator about what he hopes to achieve with this new program.
For students affected by disabilities, the idea of ice skating may feel daunting. Inclusive Ice hopes to change that by creating a place that invites everyone to give the ice a shot in a safe environment.
It's geared towards adaptive sports, so sled hockey, adaptive curling, ice skating. Really all it is an opportunity for anybody in the community, the campus community, to come out and try these activities.
At the center of this program is the use of adaptive sports technology, ensuring that no matter your physical ability, you can still enjoy the world of ice skating. But how do you get participants to glide on the ice without relying on their legs? The answer lies not with a skate, but with a sled.
So an adaptive sled basically allows folks with disabilities the opportunity to get out there and skate. You know, instead of skates on your feet, you have two skate blades underneath the bucket that the players sit in. You have sticks with picks on the end that you can kind of propel yourselves with. Yeah, it's basically an adaptive form of hockey.
According to program director Aaron Landers, despite the program's accessible goals, attendance has been low, and Inclusive Ice's future at the rink seems to be uncertain. Landers will be leaving the university soon, and the website used to sign up for Inclusive Ice doesn't exist anymore. To get to the bottom of this, I talked to Carrie Wood, head of the Disability Cultural Center, to find out if the program has a future.
I don't want to say that Inclusive Ice is leaving. I'm going to push back against that because, as I was saying, Professor Gettner is a member of CNY Flyers, and that's an adaptive sled hockey team. And I think that once he understands that as well, we can come back together and make sure that Inclusive Ice continues.
It seems that despite its setbacks, Inclusive Ice isn't out of the rink just yet. Tyler O'Donnell, Citrus TV News.
Tyler, thanks so much. Turning to our first look at our weather, Peyton. Fantastic today. I thought this was so needed. I needed some sun, some heat in my life. It was fantastic.
You know, I do love this sun. But I'm getting a little concerned that it's this hot in October.
Look, is it summer? Is it fall? You know who knows more about that? What's going on right now? Our weather anchor, our birthday girl, Lauren Holdmeyer. Lauren, what do you got for us?
Hey, Nicole. Well, it is very warm outside right now. It's definitely not normal temperatures for October here in Syracuse. We're seeing about 76 degrees Fahrenheit right now, very clear skies, and we do have low humidity. So even though it is warm, it's not going to feel too sticky or sweaty outside right now. And then taking a look at our temperatures around the area, it's pretty much the same story for all of the area. 76 here in Syracuse, down south in Cortland, 72, 73 in Binghamton, and then up in Rochester, also 76. Then 74 in Fulton and Rome. And then looking ahead to tonight, we're going to drop down to 63 degrees, which is about the average temperature for the daytime in October here in Syracuse. And then we're going to be seeing clear skies all night long tonight, and that sun will set around 6:44 p.m. That's all I have for right now. Peyton and Nicole, back to you.
Lauren, thanks so much. Syracuse's free internet service, SurgeLink, has launched today. The project received $3.5 million in federal funding last spring. With that funding, wireless networks have been installed in 10 city census tracts on the west and south sides of the city. Within its 3-year test program, though, the city is aiming to serve at least 2,500 households. Residents in the pilot areas can sign up for the service at SyracuseSurgeLink.com.
And a woman is in serious condition after a domestic dispute. A Tully man was charged with assault after he struck his 57-year-old girlfriend down a flight of stairs. He fled the scene but was found later by police yesterday. The woman is hospitalized at University Hospital.
Authorities are still searching for a 9-year-old girl who went missing Saturday evening. Charlotte Sino was last seen at Morrill Lake State Park in Saratoga County. State police issued an Amber Alert early Sunday morning after an initial search of the park only found Charlotte's bike. Officials now fear that Charlotte may have been abducted. Governor Kathy Hochul met with Charlotte's family on Sunday to express her support. Anyone with information should contact the New York State Police or call 911.
And a former Super Bowl champion is among 2 people killed in an airplane crash at Lake Placid Airport on Sunday. Russ Francis was a member of the San Francisco 49ers team that won Super Bowl 19. Francis was a 3-time Pro Bowler who played 13 seasons in the NFL. Francis, aircraft owner, pilots, and the owners of the Pilot Association Senior Vice President Richard McSpadden experienced an emergency shortly after takeoff. The airplane attempted to return to the airport but failed to reach the runway.
Starting today, all newborns in New York will be screened for congenital cytomegalovirus. The Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development recently approved a contract to provisionally add CCMV screening to routine baby screenings. According to the New York State Department of Health, about 10% of babies who screen positive for CCMV will have symptoms of the infection at birth. Babies who screen positive will be referred to specialists for further evaluation.
And just ahead on News Live at 6, former President Donald Trump's civil trial started in New York City today. The charges he faces.
Plus, Disney is being sued, the event that put someone in the hospital, what Disney failed to do. After the break.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
You're watching CitrusTV News Live at 6 with Peyton Spellacy, Nicole Aponte, and Lauren Holdmeyer. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Former President Trump's civil trial kicked off today. Our political analyst Luke Radel is here to break it all down. Luke, what do you got for us?
Nicole and Peyton, we've seen some criminal charges against the former president in 4 separate indictments, but today began his civil trial in New York City. Opening statements in the civil fraud trial against former President Donald Trump started today in Lower Manhattan. The Office of New York State Attorney General Letitia James says that Donald Trump committed, quote, persistent illegal acts. They allege Trump provided banks and financial lenders with overly inflated financial statements. The judge in the case recently found that Trump committed repeated acts of fraud for years by both over and undervaluing his assets and exaggerating his net worth by billions of dollars. It comes as a blow to Donald Trump's reputation as a successful businessman, which is part of what he used to run for president in the first place. Trump responded in a late-night post on his social media app Truth Social, calling the judge in his case, quote, a Trump-hating judge who is unfair, unhinged, and vicious in his pursuit of me. As I mentioned before, Trump is also facing 4 criminal indictments for conduct before, during, and after his time as president. He claims all of the cases against him are, quote, election interference. We'll have more on this story in a little over an hour on the Citrus TV political news show, Talking Points. I'll see you guys there at 7:30. Nicole and Peyton, back over to you guys.
Luke, thanks so much. Disney is being sued over injuries caused by their water slide. 30-year-old Emma McGinnis was celebrating her birthday when she went down their 214-foot water slide in the resort's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park.
The documents allege Disney was negligent in providing protective clothing for the slide and failed to warn McGinnis of the risks associated with the slide. She is hospitalized, and the suit says she suffered severe and permanent bodily injury.
A new stamp is rolling out today featuring the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. According to a Postal Service senior representative, 32 million Ginsburg stamps are being printed. Ginsburg is the 14th Supreme Court Justice to appear on a stamp.
The stamp is commemorative one, meaning they honor influential people who have died and only sell for around a year. Ginsburg's stamp depicts her in her signature white beaded collar. It also comes out 30 years after her nomination to the Supreme Court.
And coming up on News Live at 6, record-breaking temperatures could be possible for us later this week. I'll have your full 5-day forecast when we return.
You've got pre-diabetes, but with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
And welcome back to News Live at 6. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast for this week. As you can see, temperatures are going to be much higher than normal. The normal temperature for Syracuse this time of year is about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow we're going to be seeing an upwards trend into the 80s at a high of 83 tomorrow, high of 86 on Wednesday, and then dropping down just a little bit to 81 on Thursday. Then on Friday, those storms are going to start to roll in, and those are going to bring this cooler, more normal temperatures back to us. And then by Saturday, we will see a high of just 61 degrees. And then taking a look at the record high temperatures for this time of year here in Syracuse, October 2nd, the record high is 86, and the 3rd also 86, and then the 4th 84 degrees. And as you can see, our forecasted temperature on October 4th later this week is 87 degrees, so we might see an opportunity to break that record. That's all I have for right now. Nicole and Peyton, I'll send it back over to you.
Lauren, thanks so much. 87 degrees, record-breaking. I'm all for it in October. Well, Mattel just released this Barbie, who's a singer you might know, one of my faves. Stevie Nicks has been immortalized in a new mini-me Barbie, modeled after the cover of Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album.
Pre-orders for the Songbird open today with prices starting at $55. You'll have to wait to order one though because dolls are already sold out.
I know that we have a picture. Oh, look at that Barbie. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm in my Stevie Nicks era right now. Silver Springs is on repeat all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love this look for the Barbie. I think it has her iconic hair. I feel like Stevie Nicks' hair and her outfits, her fashion was very well known. So I'm glad they really embodied that.
Oh, I absolutely love this. Also, I feel like with the Barbie movie coming out this past summer, I'm all for this. This is fantastic. There's a reporter Barbie, now there's Stevie Nicks. I think maybe just next show we'll have all the Barbies just on display here.
Yeah, we got every Barbie for you now if you're in your Stevie Nicks era and your reporter.
The reporter
exactly.
one, perfect.
I love that.
Well, enough about Stevie Nicks. Our Sean Dempsey's in studio with a landslide of a loss for SU football. Sean?
Thanks, Nicole. Syracuse football had its biggest test of the season on Saturday against Clemson. Did SU students get to storm the field? Not quite. Stick with us because sports is coming up after the break.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The, that one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn-on ones, the finger ones, the pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal.
This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
When you think of Syracuse rivalries, some that come to mind are Duke, Georgetown, and even UNC. On Saturday, though, it was Clemson that showed SU why the rivalry between these two in football is simply a dream for Syracuse fans. Welcome to sports. I'm Sean Dempsey. The Orange came into this contest against the Tigers with all the momentum. Syracuse undefeated and a Clemson team that is arguably one of the worst we have seen over the past 5 years. But that didn't matter. The Tigers stormed into the Dome and kept their foot on the gas pedal the entire game. Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik finished with just over 250 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. All-ACC running back Will Shipley did his fair share on the ground as well. Shipley ended the contest with just over 60 rushing yards and found the end zone. As for Syracuse's offense, well, quarterback Garrett Schrader was sacked 5 times and threw for 2 touchdowns and an interception. So how about that rivalry? With this one in the books, Clemson has now won 10 of the last 11 matchups against Syracuse. Next week, the Orange go on the road to take on number 14 UNC on Saturday. Kickoff for that one is at 3:30. And on the turf, number 7 Syracuse men's soccer took a trip down south to Durham to take on number 21 Duke. It's been a slippery slope for SU over the past 2 weeks, and that carried over into this one. The Orange were taken down 5-3 in part to an impressive offensive outing by the Blue Devils. Duke scored 3 straight goals over a 20-minute span in the first half. That was before trading goals with the Orange later in the game. Duke midfielder Nick Periano led the offensive onslaught with 2 goals. That's the senior's first career game finding the back of the net more than once. As for Syracuse, well, the Blue Devils have now won 4 consecutive matches against the Cuse. Things do get a little easier for Syracuse when they welcome Colgate to town tomorrow night. Game time between these 2 upstate rivals is set for 7 o'clock. And back over to the gridiron, the Jets welcomed the Chiefs to town on Sunday Night Football. Kansas City barely came out on top, 23-20, with both Taylor Swift and injured Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers in the building. The game looked like it was over in the first quarter when the Chiefs raced out to a 17-0 lead. Jets quarterback Zach Wilson, with the help of his defense, almost had an historic comeback, but it just wasn't enough. A crucial fumble by Wilson and a controversial holding call on the Jets defense in the final frame cost them the game. Wilson finished the contest with just over 250 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. But after the game, took responsibility for the team's loss. You can say what you want about New York, but almost beating the defending Super Bowl champions with the is pretty impressive. Luckily, though, the Jets head out west next week to face the Broncos in what should be an easier matchup. Kickoff is at 4:30 for that one. And staying in New York, or New Jersey, some might say, the Giants host the Seahawks tonight on Monday Night Football. Last year, Seattle won this matchup 27-13 when they played on the West Coast. Having the game in New Jersey this time around might not make things any easier. The Seahawks are undefeated in MetLife Stadium. Seattle also has the best winning record in the NFL on Monday Night Football at 70%. New York's offense will have some key players out as well. Starting left tackle Andrew Thomas is out for another week, and more notably, star running back Saquon Barkley is labeled as doubtful for tonight's game.
All right, Sean, now tell me, who's your pick for tonight? Who's going to win?
No bias. I'm a Giants fan. I have to say, I really think that the Seahawks are going to win this one. As much as I want the Giants to win, they have some players out. Seattle has a great record in New York against the Giants, so I'm going to have to take Seattle.
Standout player in this? Seahawks, Giants, what team's coming from?
I'm going to go with DK Metcalf for Seattle. He's done great all season long. Their offense is just spectacular, and the Giants defense has not been playing well this season, so I'm just going to have to go with him.
Sean, thanks so much. Should be a great game. After the break, we have one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're so wet.
And welcome back to News Live at 6. Taking a look at our wake-up weather for tomorrow, we are going to be seeing about 60 degrees when you are waking up. Clear and sunny skies. However, we are going to be seeing about 88% humidity, so it is going to feel just a little bit stickier when you are out tomorrow morning. And then taking a look at my photo of the day, even though it might not feel like fall right now, it is starting to look like fall out here on campus. So I thought that was just a beautiful sight to see as I was walking home earlier today. What do you guys think?
Well, Lauren, thanks so much. Look at that beautiful picture. I love when the leaves change here on campus. But we're also celebrating a very special day today. It's Lauren's 20th birthday. Happy birthday. Thanks for spending with us on News Live at 6. I know there's nowhere else you'd rather be.
Nowhere else.
Well, where are you from, Lauren?
I am from Kansas City.
Oh, so Kansas City is making the headlines lately. Taylor Swift was at the Kansas City Chiefs game versus Jets yesterday in New York City. What's everyone's take on this? Because I know there's different sides of the aisle with this kind of story. It's like, yay, Taylor Swift, that's where I am. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah. Well, she is doing just miracles for economies. Let's talk about that. She is saving cities single-handedly, as well as those ticket sales. Yep. Those jersey sales are up by 400%.
Yep.
But I don't know if I believe it. Is it real? Is it PR stunt? I don't know.
I don't know if I believe that they're actually dating. However, I do not think it's a PR stunt because I don't think either parties need the PR.
No.
So
after her Eras tour too, I mean, come on, like she's totally fine.
I just want to know if it's like official or not. You know what I mean?
That's
because
a question we're
also,
asking.
is it kind of a distraction for Travis Kelce that he's dating this huge star? I don't know.
That's my question. Like, how would you be able to pay attention during the entire game? But also outside of MetLife Stadium, the Swifties were trading off those The friendship bracelets, it was absolutely insane.
Yes. And also, is it coming into play with their playing? Mahomes said he needed to get a touchdown for Kelsey because Taylor was there. I mean, like, is it affecting their playing?
Look, that's my question too. Well, that's Citrus TV News live at 6 for this Monday.
I'm Peyton Spellacy. That's all.
And I'm Nicole Aponte. Have a great night, Syracuse.